Wow, I can't believe it. This is me? My dream is completed now. Guys, you make it perfect work. Thank you very much.
Ready to have your eye color changed?
Sure.
How excited are you to see your new eyes?
Very excited.
And her new eyes are looking stunning.
Wow, that's exactly what I was thinking for.
Wow. Your new honey gold eyes?
Risks include light sensitivity and scratchiness.
Wow, this is awesome. Oh wow, glad I picked the honey gold.
Every day you're gonna wake up and see your new eyes. This is permanent. It is.
Oh wow, love it. Gentle, super.
Would you ever change your eye color if it's meant to risking your vision? Eye color surgery, it's going viral with before and after videos getting millions of views, but there's another side. This side that many people don't see. Today we are reacting to real stories, real experiences, and talking about the risks, the benefits, and why this procedures has become so controversial. Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Joy. I'm so happy you're here. On this channel we react to viral stories, beauty trend, cosmetic procedures, and the truth behind what's trending online. If you enjoy honest discussions, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on your notification. So what is eye coloring surgery? In recent years, many people have been choosing cosmetic procedures to change the appearances of their eyes. Some people want blue eyes, green eyes, or a lighter eye color. Social media has made this procedure look so quick, easy, and life-changing, but every surgery comes with risk, and cosmetic eye procedure are not exceptional. Why do some people choose this procedure? Some people say they feel more confident after changing their eyes color, a new look. Others simply want a different appearance. Social media influence, viral before and after video can make the result looks so amazing, but they don't always show the full recovery process or long-term experiences. Now let's look at the risk of this eye surgery. Vision problem. Some people have reported blurry vision or other complications after cosmetic eye procedure. Light sensitivity. Some experiences shared online include increased sensitivity to light. Additional surgeries. In some cases, people have said they needed further procedure to address complication or remove the implant. Also, regret. Not everyone is happy with the outcome. Some people feel the risk overwhelm the benefits. So there's a content creator on TikTok who has gone through this experience, and her name is Dina. She has shared her personal experience after undergoing a cosmetic eye surgery procedure. So she has said that she later experienced vision complications, and she has been using her social media to warn others about the potential risk of cosmetic eye surgery. Her story has sparked a lot of controversy online about the importance of undergoing both the positive benefits and the possible risk before choosing a cosmetic procedure. Let's watch the video of Dina.
Making this video to raise awareness for something that's extremely dangerous, that's not being spoken about for whatever reason. So please bear with me, as this video is very difficult for me to make, and it's something that I'm having such a hard time talking about. I haven't spoken to family members about it. No friends, nothing. Like, I've just been isolating myself because I'm unable to talk about this. But please keep watching, because this could help you, this could help a loved one, this is just good information to know. I just had 4 surgeries done in my eyes, and I almost lost my eyesight because of it. So let's get into it. These are my eyes. I had gone surgery 10 years ago and changed my eye color, and I was fine for 10 years. But then all of a sudden, the past few months, everything started to drastically become horrible, and I had to get surgeries done immediately because I almost lost my eyesight. I had 2 surgeries to remove the implants, and then another 2 surgeries for glaucoma that I've developed because of it. And I still have 2 more surgeries to undergo once I'm healed from this. I'm still not healed, but this has been one of the hardest times, or the hardest time of my entire life, thinking that one day I'm gonna have a child and not be able to see my child. Like, all these things you think about, your eyes are so precious. I don't want to cry about this, especially not on the internet. So thankfully for my boyfriend, because he found the most amazing doctor that helped me with this. And he's been my only support system, as I didn't want to, my decision was to not share this with anybody. So it's been only on him, and I feel really horrible that he had to carry that with me. This is extremely dangerous, and I don't want anybody to go through this, not even my worst enemy. Please don't do the surgery. I'm having a hard time even, like, thankfully I was able to save my sight, but on top of that is the mental that goes with it. Like, that now I look in the mirror and I'm having a hard time recognizing myself, even though this is the face like I was born with, and this is me. Like, this like the eyes completed who I am, like who's real me, you know, now. And I'm having a hard time like knowing her in the mirror and like learning to love her again. And I probably am gonna need therapy for this, and like this is not gonna be easy. This just gets harder every day, but I think the worst part is over, and now is the time to just, you know, I'm on the right path. But I don't matter right now. My point of making this video is to help someone, hopefully, and to raise awareness for the dangers of it and what could happen. You will lose your eyesight, so please, if you have them in, get them out. If you're thinking about it, just cancel the thought, just buy some contacts. I also could have worn contacts and never spoke about this on the internet, but I'm not that person. I just want to help someone genuinely. So please, if you have anything hateful to say, do not say it, because my mental is going through it already. Like, anything more is putting me on the edge. Please do not hate on this video, because there's nothing to hate. I'm making it genuinely out of the bottom of my heart to help someone. And I'm not even gonna get into how it happened and how I got them in. I was a kid and I was lied to, and that's a whole different story that I don't want to share. But karma and God is there, and you know. Anyways, I know a lot of people thought I looked so exotic, and that's the reason you follow me, and you probably won't think I'm pretty anymore, so you're gonna unfollow me, and that's okay with me, because this is more important, helping someone, than some followers that are just following me for how or what I look like. So it is what it is. Thank you for listening. I know this is a very long video, but hopefully, like I said, it will help someone. Please, please, if you get something out of my page, or if you get something out of this specific video, it is to not do it. Don't do it. Don't go try. I know they looked great and they looked good, but most of the time I wasn't seeing good. Most of the time I saw blur, like, and blur, like, I mean, like, I was seeing as if I put milk in my eyes, like white. So please love yourself the way you are. I don't know why I did it, but it was the biggest mistake. Hopefully I will love me again. That's all I have to say. If you have any questions, please comment them on this video, because I will not be talking about this anymore. I just want to move forward with my life and keep posting fashion, beauty, whatever. I'll be wearing contacts here and there if I feel like it, but please don't ask me any more questions. I know a lot of you thought I was gatekeeping these blue contacts, and I wasn't answering because they were never contacts. They were not contacts. This is what it was. Okay, so I love you, and thank you for listening, and I hope I post this video because I don't know if I will. So
I'm gonna do a story time today. I feel like I need to tell my story, and I feel like I can talk on this subject because I'm seeing something very scary happening, and people are choosing to do this eye color change procedure. It's getting a lot of views, it's getting a lot of people interested, and I'd just like to tell my story on how I went legally blind. 6 years ago, I traveled to Monterrey, Mexico, and had an eye color change procedure called Bright Ocular. Now, I changed my eye color from brown to green. Yes, I know, self-inflicted, I understand. It was a cosmetic procedure, and I chose to do that. It was elective, and I knew the risks. I did know the risks, but I also did my due diligence with trying to do aftercare, and I had been in contact with a lot of people who had had the procedure done, and I felt like they had had no complications, and I went ahead with mine. My procedure went really well, and when I got back to Canada, I sought immediate aftercare with a Canadian eye doctor. They weren't happy with me, and they definitely expressed their concern, but they said, you know what, like, you still have 20/20 vision, everything looks great, we're gonna check your endothelial cell count every 3 months, we're gonna keep checking your pressure, we're gonna keep doing these eye appointments every 3 months. So I did. I continued with aftercare, as you should after a procedure, for years. So let's fast forward to 4 years. I've already had these implants in my eyes, and people were reaching out to me from the previous contacts that have had their their implants longer than me, and they started saying, hey, just letting you know, like, I've come into complications, and I had started seeing things pop up that was like a red flag. And I went to my eye doctor pretty much on a weekly basis in tears saying, I think something bad's gonna happen, please can we get these out of my eyes? And they gave me the ultimatum of, we're not able, as Canadian eye doctors, to touch your eyes. We're not able to remove the implant because there's nothing wrong with your eyes. So unless there's a problem with your eyes, they won't go operate. So they said to me, you would have to travel back to Monterrey, Mexico, to have the implant removed. They said, but we don't suggest it. We would like to just keep monitoring you, and we would suggest that you stay in Canada for your further eye care. I struggled with that choice because so many people were just having issues with them, and I knew it was a ticking time bomb in my eyes. I knew in my gut that something was going to happen. So I made the difficult decision and just hoped for the best. Kept going to my eye appointments every 3 months. Things seemed to be fine. Okay, so now I will tell the traumatic part of waking up just one day. Everything was normal the previous day. I open my eyes and I cannot see, foggy, and I cannot get a clear vision at all. I feel like I'm blinking a lot. I'm trying to clear my eyesight. And in my gut, I knew at that moment that this day has come. My ticking time bomb has just blown up. My entire world is about to change. I was so scared. Like, anyways, I'm sure you can imagine. So my vision was gone in one night. The next day, and I also knew with these implants that this day was gonna come. And so yeah, I had gotten into my real eye doctor. The prognosis was like, oh shit, this is a medical anomaly. Usually with eye problems, like eye doctors, the reason why I saw my eye doctor so frequently is like they can see that something is coming or something's wrong. Like, how was the implant able to just secretly destroy my vision overnight? And that's what it did. So I'll leave a part 2 to this story if you guys are interested in knowing how I got my vision back and all the reconstructive surgeries I had to go through. But basically, I'm just here to spread the word and tell my experience on how any surgery to do with your eyes are so risky. It's not worth it. It's not worth it for vanity. If you are a person susceptible to seeing things on social media and thinking, oh, that's cool, it must, because we're seeing it on social media, it must be safe. It's not. These people are just trying to financially gain from harming people. And I know eye doctors are speaking out against it, and what they're doing now is having a laser tattoo your eyeball, so your whole cornea is being affected. Dye is being inserted. You could have an infection. You could have the cornea damage. I mean, it's not the same surgery that I put myself through, but I can promise you it's not safe, and it's definitely going to have complications down the road. They don't have the research on it, and your eyes are one of the most sensitive organs you have, and don't take it for granted. And yeah, please learn from my stupidity. I'm here to tell you all. My vanity and the urge to have green eyes like my mom took me to a very dark place, and I lost my sight for 2 years of my life, and I'm still recovering from all of that trauma that I experienced. And it's very hard for me to see these new social media posts gaining traction. I just want to make sure that my voice is heard. So, let me know if you guys want to know more about the procedure. It's hard for me to talk about, but I'm definitely ready to start talking about it. So thanks for listening.
No, it's very good that there are people who are also sharing, the side complications of these procedures. And what stand out for me is that social media often show the result, but not always the recovery or the possible complication. Everyone's experience is different, because there are some people who also share positive experience about this surgery. Some people are very happy with their results, while others share very different experiences. So now let's watch some videos about professionals talking about this eye surgery, if it's something that one should consider, the risk and everything that comes with it.
So this woman decided to change her eye color permanently. She ended up getting an iris implant, and let me tell you, that's probably the worst thing you could ever do, especially the fact that this video has over 20 million views. The issue with that is that a lot of people are going to watch this and decide to do it themselves without recognizing there's a lot of harm to an iris implant. Number one, it is not FDA regulated for patients who don't have any medical conditions such as aniridia, which is an issue with the iris itself. Iris is what gives us the eye color. If you have brown eyes, it's because of your iris. If you want to change your eye color, there's contact lenses you can use. That is not permanent. However, iris implants is used medically for patients who don't have an iris because they have significant light sensitivity. What happens with patients who have normal iris is that by getting this eye implant, there's been documented cases of people actually going blind, having permanent issues, sun sensibility, eye irritability, blindness, as well as glaucoma because of the increased intraocular pressure in that eye because of an iris implant. There's many different harms, but the problem is that people are promoting it as a safe procedure. People watching this video are going to be influenced to decide to do it themselves, going to a different country that doesn't have as much regulations, for example, and getting it done. And also ophthalmologists in other countries who don't know.
Video is very difficult for me to make.
The last video I made on eye color change surgery prompted you guys to tag this girl in my comment section, and to be honest, this story is absolutely heartbreaking. This right here is Dina Khalil, and she's been an Instagram influencer for such a long time, and she opens up on her TikTok about how she went through color change surgery and how it completely changed her life. Believe it or not, there are many different types of surgeries that can be done to change the color of the eye, and unfortunately, the one that she got was something called iris implants. Unlike my previous video on keratopigmentation is more of a tattooing of the cornea rather than an implantation of almost like contact lenses in the actual eye to create that color change. And the problem with the iris color implants is that the complication rate is through the roof. This research article, along with many other, have found a complication rate of nearly 70% in patients that got iris implants. That means that 70% of the patients that had this done needed the implant to be removed because of either glaucoma or inflammation within the eye we call uveitis. If you're not familiar what glaucoma is, it is a high pressure inside the eye that can lead to blindness, and it is a painless disease, meaning there are no symptoms that you can catch at home. Usually, 99% of patients that get glaucoma get it in their late 60s, have some form of family history, and it takes on average 10 to 20 years to see some form of blindness occur. Now, with the iris implant, the secondary glaucoma can be so severe that we are seeing patients in their 30s go blind in a matter of years. While iris implants are much more severe than getting keratopigmentation, I can tell you that we do not have enough studies on this technique to effectively say that it is safe enough that you will not go blind. In fact, the FDA and the American Ophthalmology Association has warned everyone to not go through with this surgery because of the risks associated. The moral of the story and the moral of her video is that she's trying to tell her followers the right thing. If you have great vision and you are trying to just change the color of your eye for vanity, it is not worth the risk. There are people out there that are blind that wish they had great vision, and the last thing you want to do is put it all on the line for vanity. I commend this creator for sharing her story on social media. I know it's not easy to do so. Videos like this should be propped up on TikTok to save other people from making terrible decisions. I recommend that you guys head over to her page and check out the full video where she kind of goes into a little bit more of specifics of the complications and surgeries she had to go through just to preserve her vision. So please, if you're making decisions about your eyes, always take into account the functionality and the risks. And if you're changing your eye color, stick to contacts and stay away from surgery.
Have you seen the videos online of people permanently changing their eye color? The New York Times recently did a piece on this, and as a retina surgeon, this is a hard no for me. And yes, my perspective is as biased as it comes because every week I take patients to surgery because they have to be there. Surgeries for retinal detachments, vitreous hemorrhage, dislocated lenses, macular holes, eye trauma. These are some surgeries that we have to perform to save people's vision. Now, to be fair, the surgeons performing these procedures do report that hundreds of patients are very happy with the results and that the complication rates are low. But this is still a relatively new cosmetic procedure. It's not FDA approved, and the American Academy of Ophthalmology has issued statements cautioning against eye color changing cosmetic procedures. Every surgery carries risks, and when we're operating to save someone's vision, that risk is worth taking. But when we're taking healthy eyes and doing a procedure simply to change eye color, for me, the benefit just doesn't outweigh the risks, no matter how small. Now, I'm genuinely curious because this eye-changing procedure is so popular online. Would you ever have elective eye surgery to permanently change your eye color? Tell me why or why not in the comments below.
People are permanently changing their eye color, and here's my take on that. The procedure is called keratopigmentation, where pigment is injected into the cornea, the clear front part of the eye. This is your cornea. This is the outside of the eye, the inside of the eye. A pocket is created with a laser in the body of the cornea, and then pigment is injected into this space. Your actual iris color here doesn't change. The pigment in the cornea masks your iris, changing the outward appearance of your eye. This procedure does have a role in medicine. It can help patients with disfiguring corneal scars or large iris defects. However, used solely as a cosmetic procedure to change eye color, I do have strong hesitation. Do note that this procedure is considered generally irreversible. And my first concern is that the large portion of this cornea is affected by this pigment. And patients do complain of glare, light sensitivity, and decreased contrast sensitivity, probably because the pigment in the cornea is blocking a lot of the light from coming into the eye. Number two, the cornea can be very delicate. If it reacts to this pigment or develops inflammation from the procedure, this can lead to haze or scarring that can permanently affect your vision. And three, thinking about the future, only a small window in the cornea is left clear. It can make retina exams more difficult. It can make future ocular surgery, such as cataract surgery, much more challenging. If you're thinking about eye color change, I would consider reversible alternatives, such as colored contacts.
I can't believe that. This is awesome.
Every day you're gonna wake up and see your new eyes. this permanent? It is. Oh, wow. That's amazing.
Is this permanent? How are you not told that this is a permanent eye color changing procedure? This recently went viral and this guy was getting cooked in the comments section. I mean, he didn't necessarily choose a normal looking eye color, and you probably also knew that this keratopigmentation procedure is a non-FDA approved protocol that has been warned against multiple times by the American Ophthalmology Association. This is actually what keratopigmentation looks like up close. It is essentially a tattooing of the cornea that was supposed to be done for patients that are already blind to give them a better cosmetic appearance, but now people with healthy eyes are having it done to change their eye color. To be honest, it doesn't look natural at all. But regardless of what I think, because everyone's going to choose what they like and don't like, this is actually something that could leave a patient at risk of losing their vision. When you tattoo that pigment into the cornea, you're tattooing the most innervated structure in the body, which will lead to dry eye problems, light sensitivity, and sometimes even allergies that could create ulceration of that really important structure. This procedure definitely has a lot of risks, and I could tell you, I would never get a procedure done like this and ask if it's permanent after getting it done. Drop a comment down below and let me know what you think about this.
The most amazing feeling I feel. Words can't describe the feeling for real. Glory. Glory.
I ask myself this question every single day. How is keratopigmentation legal to do for cosmetic procedures? Of course, we all see those videos of patients being so excited about their eye color change surgery.
Is this permanent? It is. Oh, wow.
But we have no randomized control trials of this cosmetic procedure, and yet people are paying tens of thousands of dollars just to risk their vision. While keratopigmentation is not as dangerous as the iris implant surgery, we still are extremely concerned about the fact that pigment is being put into the most sensitive part of the eyeball. Because of the way that the pigment is deposited on the front surface of the eyeball, that obscures light coming into the eye, creating more glare and more light sensitivity. It's also important to know that just like a tattoo, this will fade over time, which is going to require you to go back into surgery to get those desired results that you paid for in the first place. The only time that I would say keratopigmentation is actually indicated is for people with blind eyes that are dealing with a cosmetic appearance like this, but could get a cosmetic appearance just like that from using this procedure. Doing it on a blind eye versus a healthy eyeball that is functioning perfectly are completely different things. I would stay as far away from this procedure as possible.
Ever wanted blue eyes like this? Now you can get surgery to change your eye color. This procedure is all over TikTok, but it's not without risks. Let me explain. There are two options for people who want to permanently change the color of their eyes. The first one is called iris implant surgery. This is where they make an incision into the eye and then actually insert a colored silicone implant that mimics the color of the eye. Studies show serious problems in people who have gotten iris implants. They include glaucoma, cataracts, injury to your cornea, red eyes, and blurred vision. If this happens, you may have to get another surgery to take the implants out. Or you may need a cornea transplant if yours gets damaged. Some patients have horror stories of never being able to see properly again. Instagram model Nadine Bruna traveled to Colombia to change her hazel eyes to a bright gray with a silicone implant. She ended up losing 80% of her vision in her right eye and 50% in her left. For a less invasive procedure, there's keratopigmentation or eye tattooing. The surgery lasts 30 to 45 minutes for both eyes and is painless thanks to an anesthetic eye drop. The result is immediate. However, the risks here include infection, dye leakage into the eye, and even blindness. American Academy of Ophthalmology recommends people thinking about iris implants or eye tattooing should talk to an ophthalmologist to fully understand the risks, which doctors say can outweigh the benefits. Some patients say the risks are worth it and love their, quote, new eyes. Would you get a procedure to permanently change your eye color? Let us know in the comments.
I think it's very nice to see videos like this because most times videos like this are not much on the media. We always see the procedures and the outcome of it. It's good to see people share their experiences, the negative part of this surgeries, the complications that come after this surgery. Social media often show the result and not always the recovery or the possible complication. My thought personally, I am not here to tell anyone what to do. Everyone has the right to make their own decision, but I do think it's important to look at both the positive experiences and the challenges. Don't make a decision based on a 30-second TikTok video. Take time to research, ask questions, and speak to a qualified eye specialist if you are considering any cosmetic eye procedures. At the end of the day, your vision is precious. Cosmetic procedures can have benefits for some people, but they also comes with risks that should be carefully understand. What do you think about the eye color surgery? Would you ever consider it? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. If you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, and turn on your notification. Thank you for watching with me. I'm Joy, and I will see you in my next video.